My name is Joe, and today we're going to talk about a very special single barrel pick that I was able to purchase this year. This is a bottle that I've gone through way too quickly. It is in my top five whiskeys of all time. It is absolutely incredible, and that is the Willett single barrel family estate purple top. This whiskey here is coming in at 9 years old at 134.6 proof. This is bottle 106 of 162, and this is coming from Dodd's Wine Vault in Castle Pines, Colorado. They are a specialty store with some of the best picks around. They also have an incredible selection of whiskey and wine, and a variety of other spirits and drinks. But this is a pick that I was able to try at my friend Scott's house. And it was the first time I'd ever tried a purple top. I'd heard a lot about them. I heard how much they cost and how limited they were. Never thought I'd have a chance to try one. Well, Scott was gracious enough to let me have a pour of his bottle. And I will say it was one of the best whiskeys I had ever tried, and it blew my mind away. And there's nothing better than when you can find that special store pick. And this is where I always say, when it comes to allocations, of course allocations are fun to get. But there's these single barrels that are out there and that exist that just blow you away. And in my eyes, honestly, are better than a lot of allocations. And this one coming out of Dodd's Wine Vault, as soon as I tried it at Scott's house, I said I have to get my hands on one. So I was lucky enough to get one from Dodd's. Thank you, Dodd's, for allowing me to purchase this bottle. Very special. It was $350. So they are expensive, right? These are no joke when it comes to price. They are very limited. And I'll probably, I'll say some people, are willing to pay that. Some aren't. This is a whiskey that I got to try first before I purchased it. And to me, it was easily a $350 bottle with how good the whiskey is in this. Now, the owner at Dodd's was able to go pick this at Willett. And from what he has told me, they were able to go through a number of barrels. And he said there were some incredible whiskeys that they were able to try. But this was the one that stood out. And these 162 bottles landed at his store. And I believe now maybe sold out at this point. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to pour this up. I only have a little bit left, as you can see in the bottle. But I figured let's do an official review. Want to get this documented for the channel. I'm going to try to savor every little sip we have tonight on this review. And we'll talk about what I get on the nose and what I get on the palate. Let's dive right in. All right. As I'm pouring this up, always going to ask, have you had a purple top pick before? Maybe a black label rye. What are your thoughts on Willett? Too expensive, not worth the squeeze. Is it worth the squeeze in your eyes? Let me know your thoughts on Willett. I'm very curious. I know a lot of their standard releases don't get a lot of hype, aren't very popular, but I want to see what you guys think of any of the special releases from Willett. All right. I'm going to go very small here. Like I said, I want to try to savor every last bit of this bottle as we go into this. So, okay. Let's get it stirred up here, and let's go in for the nose. Oh, so this, to me, smells like a quintessential whiskey. Although it's 134 proof, there is no ethanol, there's no burn on the nose at all. You get a lot of just sweet red fruits, plum, a little bit of candied, like hard candies in there. You can smell a little bit of baking spices, not a hot spice, just like a baking spice in there. A little bit of cinnamon. It just has all the things you'd be looking for when you think about bourbon and whiskey. So let's go ahead and dive right into the palate and see what we get. And that still right there, for me, and what meets my palate, this is up there with the William LaRue Wellers, with the George T. Staggs, all those highly allocated bottles. This is well up there. This has one of the best mouthfeels in whiskey. You get an explosion of sweet flavor up front. You get this nice mid-palate funk that's very mellow, and it just kind of softens out. But being 134 proof, there's no burn. You get a nice mouthfeel. My mouth is just watering right now. It's an incredible, incredible whiskey. I'm going to go in for a second sip and see if I can narrow down some of the flavors. Oh, wow. That is absolutely incredible. This is just everything about it. It kind of takes my breath away, just in a good way, right? Like, it is phenomenal. There's a lot of strawberry, a lot of red fruit on the palate. There's this nice little funk. It just, to me, it's so well rounded. It gives you everything you're looking for, from the sweets to the funk to the richness to the mouthfeel. It just meets all the marks for me. So this is one of those picks that it's hands down probably the best pick I've ever had, and I'm talking about all distilleries. Lucky to have this bottle. It's special. Like, this is one that you cannot miss. So curious to get everyone's thoughts. Have you had a purple top? I have had other purple tops. I've had 2 prior. Really good. And I have another one that's also really tasty, but this one I think is definitely the one that stands out to me as the number 1. So, but I'm curious to see, have you had a Willett Purple Top? What are your thoughts? Do you like it? And what do you think from a value perspective? So I appreciate you watching. I'm happy to have a review up of my favorite, one of my favorite whiskeys of all time. This is going to be one I cherish and, obviously savor here with the last little few sips. So cheers. I appreciate you watching and all your support, and we'll see you on the next video.